Last week's episode of NXT left quite a few people talking, between the announcement of a tag team tournament for SAnitY, to Toni Storm's victory being quashed by Tessa Blanchard, proving that things haven't finished between them. And finally, NXT was capped off by the #1 contenders match between Tomohiro Ishii and Velveteen Dream. The Dream walks out with the victory, and another date with Destiny, with Tyler Bate. What happens tonight on NXT? Hello and welcome Universe Mode, this is NXT, that is right. It is one of the final shows of the year and it is the last NXT of the year to go with it. But that does not mean that we should be looking at it as just such. I don't really know what point I was trying to make there. Anyway, it is a great night for NXT once again. We have more action on its way. The tournament continues on here tonight. Roppongi 3K have qualified, but who will they meet in the finals? Will it be the duo of KUSHIDA and Hideo Itami, or will it be the newly formed Broken Brilliance of Matt Hardy and Pentagon Jr.? We will find out later on this evening, but a big main event on its way. Toni Storm's vengeance for Trifecta continues on further as she goes one-on-one against the former NXT Women's Champion Jazzy, Gabert, and more importantly, another member of Trifecta for Storm to take on. It's going to be a big main event there tonight. Definitely one you don't want to miss, and definitely an NXT that we don't want to miss either, as we get underway with Juice Robinson and Tomohiro Ishii. We are getting blessed, it seems, on the last NXT of the year by great matches from the very start, and this is certainly going to be one of them. Juice versus Ishii. Both guys on a little bit of a... What's the best way of putting it? What's the nicest way of putting it? On the back foot a little bit, I guess would be the best way of saying it. These guys, you know, they're incredibly talented individuals. There's no denying it, but neither right now has the best going their way, I guess. Has everything going the way they would want it to go. Things are not excelling for Juice Robinson and Tomohiro Ishii in the way they wanted to. Juice, of course, is I don't think he actually hasn't won a match since NXT TakeOver Respect. And Tomohiro Ishii might actually be around the same. And I know Ishii was put in the #1 contenders match last week, but even then, there was kind of skeptics over whether or not Ishii would walk out with a victory. He didn't. Velveteen Dream, of course, is the #1 contender, and he will be here tonight later on. But as for right now, Ishii and Juice, the two guys looking to get rid of their losing streaks, meet one-on-one. But who will it be to walk out with the win? We are about to find out as this episode of NXT gets underway. I'm very excited for it as well. There's a lot of great action coming its way. There's no doubt about it. There's a lot of very entertaining action on its way. And I am very much so thrilled to be here for this episode of NXT. New Year's Revolution, of course, is just around the corner. But that does not change the fact that here tonight, NXT is going to go out on the last NXT of the year pretty strong. And this is a very strong way to start indeed. As are some of the matches we have coming up later on this evening. Of course, we've already talked about the tag team tournament. Continuing on, seeing who will face Roppongi 3K. We then got champion versus champion later on this evening. Killian and Dain going to go one-on-one against Leo Rush, tag team champion versus the global champion. But as for right now, this is going to be a test of Juice Robinson's heart and versatility, as it always is, and a test of Tomohiro Ishii to see how hard he can headbutt someone. My apologies. See how hard Tomohiro Ishii can shove his head into someone and just headbutt them until they can't get back up. This one will be a great contest, though, no doubt about it. I'm not biased. I don't really... It's not that I don't care who wins. It's that in the aspect of it doesn't bother me, but I'll be glad whoever wins this one. Both these guys deserve a win. They're both a bit unlucky right now. And I'd like to see one of them getting something out of this all. Juice Robinson with a side headlock there. Look at how far Ishii walked him across the ring. Ducks under there by the Stone Pitbull. Pop-up headbutt by Ishii. Certainly not messing around as this match gets underway here. Backdrop there by Juice Robinson, though. Juice was in action last week against Pete Dunne, put on a fantastic contest against him. Gave it his absolute all, but in the end it was not enough to finish off Pete Dunne, the #1 contender to the NXT Global Championship, as was declared last week. And while he may not be here tonight, the champion most certainly is, as I've already discussed. Ishii now. Last ride power bomb. Oh my goodness. Absolutely nailed it. Early cover in this one, which results in an early kick out by Juice. Good chop in the chest there. Kick in the gut as well from Juice Robinson. Spear, and Ishii goes down. It's just entertaining to see an action like this kicking off NXT, to seeing how both these guys could try and beat the other with what they've got going for them, with their strengths and their weaknesses. What a headbutt from Ishii there. And he is just using that head of his as a weapon now. Ishii over and over again, headbutting away at Juice Robinson. You can definitely feel in NXT, though, that we are setting the stage towards TakeOver Philadelphia, the night before the Royal Rumble. We are preparing ourselves for it. We're getting there. It's going to be a big one. There's absolutely no doubt about it. 2 matches already confirmed for that event. We'll see how things will go from there on. I am excited, though, for NXT to take over once again. There's no doubt about it. Here comes a body lock being applied now by Juice Robinson. Ishii able to use his power advantage, though, to quickly and easily escape the hold as well. Good elbows to get himself out of that one. Let's see what happened now. Ishii, Hurricanrana from the Stone Pitbull. Incredible to see. He might not be the tallest of guys, but he is certainly one of the heaviest. Big forearm from Ishii. And loads up the strike after it. But Juice able to fight back right away there. Elbow down in the chest of Ishii as well. Certainly neither guy giving it to the other in this contest right now. They are absolutely giving their all from the opening bell to try and get the win here. In the corner, what a lariat from Ishii. You could see you could see actually how stiff the lariat was of Ishii there, and how much Juice just was not wanting to go through with that, but he had to. Big spear from Juice, though. The taller Juice Robinson able to use that to his advantage in this one right now, able to keep Ishii how he wants it to go. And here it comes from Juice. We've been seeing this over the last few weeks, planting Ishii down, middle of the ring, goes for the cover. Will this finish off the Stone Pitbull? Oh my goodness, no. Very early kick out indeed. Could Juice Robinson be thinking Pulp Friction if he was? Ishii countered it. Lariat from Ishii. And Juice goes down. And now Tomohiro Ishii will look to finish business off. Might have been thinking Brainbuster. Juice stopped him. Juice gets countered. Lariat from Ishii. And now Juice tried fighting again with whatever heart he had left in him, but it was not enough. Ishii. Brainbuster. And the Stone Pitbull has finished off business. That has to be the case. Cover from Ishii. 1, 2, 3. The duck has been broken. The Stone Pitbull finally wins again. Your winner, Tomohiro Ishii. And what a win it is for him as well. What? Brian Cage, what? The Machine unloading away on Tomohiro Ishii. What for? Why? What? Cage just blindsided Ishii. The Stone Pitbull never had a chance to react, and now, Weapon X from Cage to Ishii. What the hell was that all about for Brian Cage? I actually can't believe that I just saw that. Cage, he's been picking names on NXT since the moment he arrived, and Tomohiro Ishii could seem to be another one on that list. The Stone Pitbull never had a chance. By the time he saw Cage in his own eye vision, a lariat was already coming across his face, and Ishii flattened by it as a result of it. Oh my goodness, the Machine and the Stone Pitbull, though, things have suddenly heated up between those two, and I would not be opposed to seeing them meeting in some kind of a match if that were the case. Nevertheless, time to move on here. Champion versus champion. There's plenty to talk about regarding Cage's motives right there, but we do not have the time right now on this stacked show. And to be fair, we can't talk about Cage's motives if we don't know what they are. So there you have it. Brian Cage decking Ishii, but now we move on. Like I said, champion versus champion. The NXT Global Champion, Lio Rush, to go one-on-one against the NXT Tag Team Champion, or one half of them rather, Killian Dain. This is going to be a very tough contest for him. Think about it. In that ring against a man of Dain's height, Dain's size, that is an uphill battle right from the very get-go for Lio Rush to try and overcome. It's nothing easy at all. It's not something that can just be said, oh, you know, we all know what Lio Rush is capable of. He'd be able to overcome this. It is not that easy. This is a guy who, you know, he has been beaten in the past by the likes of your Tyler Bates and all that, but this is a real test of the heart of Lio Rush. And I know I've talked about heart already once before, but really, to go up against a guy like Killian Dain, you've got to be prepared to take punishment. You've got to be prepared to get beaten down bad. And it's not the beating down that matters, but it's how you recover from it. That is the heart of a champion that will get proven right there and then. Does Killian Dain have it in him to keep Lio Rush down? Or does Rush have that true heart of a champion to make sure that he stays up on his feet and stays on into victory here tonight? He needs a win like this heading into TakeOver Philadelphia. He needs to let everyone know, most importantly Pete Dunne know, that he is the NXT Global Champion for a reason. Luck did not get him there, and nor did a random occurrence, but rather skill, heart, perseverance, and simply being a tremendous athlete is what got him to that NXT Global Championship. Eric Young and Punishment Martinez are here tonight. SAnitY out in full force to be by the side of Killian Dain as he goes one-on-one against Lio Rush. Look at the size difference already between these two. And you look at it, but then it just amplifies it. Oh my god! From the get-go, Rush just getting run down by Dain there. And now it begs the question, Lio Rush has to think on the fly, essentially, how to beat someone like Killian Dain. Do you go after the legs? Do you try and take away the arms? Do you just speed around them? What do you do to wear out a guy like Dain? And that may be something that we don't know the answer to just yet. Big uppercut, though, and Lio Rush sent into the turnbuckle. Oh my god, Dain hitting the coming out with the heavy artillery from the get-go. Buckle bombed a Rush. An aggressive start from one half of the tag team champions. And Lio Rush, though, trying to kick out early and fight on. Big one count there, punching his way out of that one. Irish whip in the turnbuckle. Big forearm, and Dain goes off his feet. That's going to be a good sign there for Lio Rush, but that enziguri did not get Dain off his feet. Both guys swung at each other, and I think Dain may have grazed Rush there. That's why he was holding on to his ribs. Wasteland. Senton splash combination. Lio Rush is not having the start that he wanted. The global champion getting beaten down here, but this is that test of his heart. Dain not hooking the legs on these early covers, but that means that, but regardless of it, when you have a 300+ pound man pinning you, you've got to put an awful lot of energy into kicking out. And the more you do, the harder it's going to be to kick out as the match goes on. See what we're going to have here from Lio Rush. Irish whip. Oh, rolls over him. Spinning heel kick. Great work. Nice work there from Rush, and he continues to be on the go here. Super kick at Dain. Just doesn't go off his feet. Twisting neck breaker, though, and he does now. Rush really holding his own. I got to give him credit for it as well. He's hanging on in there, trying to take the leg away from... Yep. That went well. My goodness. Just the absolute power of Killian Dain right there, even after getting knocked off his feet, to not only get right back up to his feet, but to make you pay for it as well. Super kick there. Good back elbow counter by Lio Rush. Tilt-a-whirl. Neck breaker. Or float over neck break, or whatever you want to call it. Rush going to go up high here early on. What could we see from the global champion? Rush. Final hour! Final hour striking early in this one. No! Not enough to put away Dain in a wasteland. We'll get Dain right back into the swing of things as well anyway. Oh my goodness. That final hour almost frustrated Killian Dain, and now look at the side of Dain that is being unleashed here. The power of this man. Drop kick, and Rush goes down. God. This is an uphill battle for Lio Rush no matter what position he finds himself in. He's always fighting from his back, essentially. Dragging him away there. God, just power. Pure power there from Killian Dain as he is in complete control. Oh, looking for a slam, not happening. Looking for a big boot there, also not happening. Here from behind, look at this, Lio Rush. Hurricanrana, cover made. I think he was in the ropes, but ref said otherwise. Oh no, look at this. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. Rush in a precarious position. Able to get his way out of it. The more I'm watching this match, the more I'm seeing how Lio Rush can think on the fly, and the more I'm being impressed by it as well. His ability to hang on in there at almost every single moment and find a way out of it. He's still young, remember, Rush. He's still... Oh my god, though. Never mind. He just got run down there by that splash from Dain. But he is still hanging on in there. Dain could have sworn that was enough. The power game continuing to shine through. Deadlift. Power bomb from Dain. Counter there by Rush. Up and over the top rope here. Does Lio Rush have something big planned? No way. No way. Sunset flip. How do you pull something like that off on Killian Dain? Lio Rush, it seems, knows the answer. And look at this, the global champion on top of it, showing that he can still keep on fighting in this one. Killian Dain didn't take too kindly to that, though. Oh my goodness, what a splash. What a splash. That flattened him. And Dain seems to be thinking that the end is on its way here for Lio Rush. Rush crawling up to his feet. Killian Dain getting countered. And you could hear the thud of that kick from Lio Rush. Tilt-a-whirl. DDT! And now look. EY finally getting involved. SAnitY finally having a difference in this match. And it opens up for Rush to get involved. For Dain to get involved, sorry. Reverse suplex. And now in the turnbuckle, could we be seeing the Ulster plantation as a result of it? Rush did everything in his power to stop it. Big forearm in the face. Oh my goodness! I'm not too sure what that was, if that was a backflip kick or something like that. Rush goes up high. Rush up high. Final hour! And will this do it? Cover made. EY getting involved. EY getting involved, but look, Rush won't let go. Rush won't let go of the cover. He refuses to break it. Rush hanging in there. Cover made. Lio Rush has done it. You can let go of the cover now, Rush. There you go. Lio Rush wins over Killian Dain. And his heart to hang on in there until the very end was what makes him a champion. That was insatiable from Lio Rush. That was outstanding, and that is what Pete Dunne is going to have to dethrone in order to become the NXT Global Champion. There's no doubt. Oh, whoa, that is... There's Pete Dunne up on the ramp, and he seems to be calling Lio Rush as if he wants to have a face-to-face with him, as if he wants to have a fight. The referee trying to push him back. Rush walking towards Dain. Could we be seeing takeover early here? No. Dain getting out of here. Dain running to the back and playing mind games with Lio Rush. Rush following after him, but that, it seems, is all we'll get. Dain does not want to have his hands full with Lio Rush yet. Just getting under his head ahead of takeover. And speaking of that, it's time to hear from the #1 contender to the NXT Championship. Once again, the Velveteen Dream has a shot at that belt. And once again, the Velveteen Dream will have something to say. And it is that Dream talks about. The success is beckoning him. He is not going to let history repeat itself. NXT TakeOver Philadelphia is the date with destiny the Dream is seeking. The date that he becomes the champion of NXT. Of course, what he's on about is the fact that he only has one loss in this universe by pinfall, and Tyler Bate is the one responsible for it. And there it is, right towards Bate, saying that he ruined what Dream had created, broke the streak of the Dream, and must pay for it. He hopes that Bate is listening, because Dream has watched that match every single day and has not forgot what happened. Took the streak, the title, and took away, most importantly, Velveteen's dream. Dream certainly not happy with the result of that match, but the fact he's continued watching it kind of goes to show how almost insane Velveteen Dream is over this. And saying he's going to pay for it when TakeOver rolls around, there's no telling what Dream will do to him. This is his time. TakeOver is his place, and NXT will be his dream. All that's left for Tyler Bate to do is to count down the days until it will be taken from him. Count down the days until Dream over. Well, there's the threat sent from the #1 contender to the NXT Championship. Does Velveteen Dream have it in him to be, for this time, to be the time that he dethrones Tyler Bate? You can make as many speculations as you want. The reality is, we don't know the answer. What we absolutely saw there, though, without a shadow of a doubt, is a far more aggressive Velveteen Dream than before. A Dream that is desperate to become the NXT champion. Will that happen to TakeOver Philadelphia? We will be finding out in due time, but here we go. It is time to move on in the tag team tournament here. Last week we saw Roppongi 3K defeat the duo of Perfect in what could be seen by many as an upset, given Perfect standing in the tag team division. Now, let's see who will meet them in the finals and that #1 contenders match. In the first NXT of 2019, it is KUSHIDA and Hideo Itami against Pentagon Jr. and Matt Hardy. KUSHIDA and Itami haven't been a team for a little while, but they have been by each other's side in matches. KUSHIDA picked up a win last week over Drago, and it was a pretty impressive victory for him. But now from there on, he's got to try and pick up a win when it matters most, and that is in the opportunity to become #1 contenders to the tag team titles. KUSHIDA took Itami under his wing because he believed that Itami needed to learn what it meant to be a respectable athlete. Itami goes around demanding respect. Well, he's not going to get it if he continues to go around hunting respect in the ways that Itami does so. Beating opponents down is not the way that KUSHIDA thinks you get respect. You earn it. And KUSHIDA's been trying to instill that principle in him from the moment they became a team. Hasn't really worked out, is the nicest way of saying it. And to be fair, neither has the team worked out all that great as well. Neither guy has found success from it. As a matter of fact, most of KUSHIDA's talking points on the last few episodes of NXT that he's been in have come from his singles matches, the likes against Tyler Bate, or I'm trying to remember some others. I think he had one against Lio Rush, I believe. It's those kind of matches that we talk about with KUSHIDA, and not so much the tag matches or anything along those lines. So it's a bit 50-50. That could all change, of course, here tonight with a victory for them over the one of the most recent duos to form on NXT in Matt Hardy and Pentagon Jr. And you hear the noise that can only mean one thing: the arrival of broken Matt Hardy towards the ring. Hardy, of course, had a quite the revelation, if you will, at NXT TakeOver Respect when he said that he had a man of many sides heading towards the ring. His man of shapes would be alongside Broken Matt Hardy in Tag Team Brilliance, and that ended up being Pentagon Jr. of all people. Pentagon Jr., who was at the lowest of the low, having lost matches for months and months on end and believed to be coming towards the end of his tenure in this universe. Matt Hardy took him, maybe exposed him to the multiverse and the broken brilliance that is Matt Hardy. And now we are left with what we have as this duo. The wisdom of Matt Hardy and the leadership that he has, and the dangerous, evil antics of one Pentagon Jr. We've seen these guys in action now, I think it's 3 times, and every time they've been in action, it's been something to behold. They work so well as a team together, it's unreal. Pentagon Jr., of course, spent a few months away, and I guess while he was away, he was being taught the wisdom of the broken brilliance, being taught how it works, and how himself and Matt Hardy could be a team to take over the tag team division. We'll see how that will go right about now, though, as we prepare for this contest between these two guys. Between these two teams, rather. Roppongi 3K has to be watching on and thinking, which one would they rather? Because, in theory, I'd probably rather want Kushida and Itami, not because they're the less successful team in that regards, but also because they're more around the same weight category, you know? Both guys, they're all 4 guys pretty much would be in the cruiserweight division. All 4 guys are ably talented, same heights, such and such. They know pretty much each other so very well. But in the same breath, on the flip side of that, Hardy and Pentagon were probably the ones you want the absolute least. Matt Hardy, a guy that you can never tell what he's going to do because he's so all over the place with his broken brilliance. And Pentagon Jr., one of the most dangerous people I've ever seen compete. This guy hurts people for fun, and then breaks their arms, because it's fun. We'll see if anyone's arm will get broken in this one. It's Kushida to start things off against Broken Matt Hardy, however, and here we go. I think you could hear who the Hammerstein Ballroom is siding with in this one. Matt Hardy back in Kushida up to the turnbuckle there. Clean break between the two. Let's see if we'll have another one. Nope, we'll get a chop in the chest. Oh, Kushida returning one, though. Kushida is a real gem to watch in action. I do actually thoroughly enjoy watching the time splitter competing, because he's always got something about him. There's always a true heart, a true versatility to Kushida that you don't get from a lot of other people. He really knows the intricacies of the in-ring work. He knows how to overcome an opponent. He knows what he's doing in there. And I think sooner rather than later, Kushida's going to get that big break that he's seeking. I think it'll be entertaining to witness as well. Good counter there by Matt Hardy again, looking for that reverse suplex, and again, Kushida, same counter. Oh, but a big clothesline there from Hardy has Kushida down, and look at the ways in which Hardy is able to enjoy himself. Good counter there from Kushida. These guys going back and forth with one another. Kushida not letting the weight advantage get to him. Oh my goodness. Tornado DDT there by Matt Hardy. Amazing to see that. Here we go now in the turnbuckle. Big boot in the face. Kushida unable to capitalize though. Hardy counters him. He was looking to get Pentagon Jr. in this one. Kushida did good to stop that, but can he stop it from happening again? The answer is no. Pentagon Jr. is in this one. And here we go. Drop toe hold. Elbow drop in the small of the back. Itami wanted in there. Pentagon Jr. not going to let that happen. Oh my goodness. What a kick in the chest. And let's see what he'll do in this matchup now. What danger will Pentagon Jr. bring to this contest? Counter there by Kushida. Big clothesline. Got all of it. Could have tagged in Itami. They decided not. He's going to look for Back to the Future. He's going to look for Back to the Future instead. Will he connect with it? No, he will not. Counter from Pentagon Jr. Face buster to Kushida. Good God. Pentagon Jr. is just dangerous in this match. And Itami having no choice but to tag himself in there. And Itami being sent into Kushida. That's gone wrong. And a collision between tag partners. Kushida rolling to the outside as Pentagon Jr. now in control over Hideo Itami. Big slam there, Michinoku driver connected, and this is all Pentagon Jr. He is controlling this match with ease. He has destroyed this match essentially right now. Itami and Kushida has just been on the back foot from the very start of it. Matt Hardy backing off the tag here. Good clothesline from Itami. That could be his opening. Kushida only now getting up on the apron. Goes to show the punishment that Pentagon Jr. and Matt Hardy have brought into this match. Nice double foot stomp there, but the boot is caught. Quick dragon screw from Hardy. Matt Hardy now neck breaker. Got all of it on the Itami there. This is very near Kushida's corner. So if an opening is found, never mind. Completely forget what I was about to say because that has disappeared. Pentagon Jr. back in off the tag now. Double back body drop. Oh! Rough landing there for Itami, but he's going to make the tag into Kushida. The time split back in this one against Pentagon Jr. There's a lariat. There's another one. No. Countered. Boot. Caught. Enziguri. Oh, spinning kick in the face as well. And Pentagon Jr. looks like he's ready to end this one. Incoming. Package. Pile driver. And I think we just found the team moving on to meet Roppongi 3K. Cover from Pentagon. Itami is nowhere, and they've done it. Pentagon Jr. and Broken Matt Hardy will face Roppongi 3K for the right to be the #1 contenders. Kushida quick up to his feet after it though, but Itami, what the hell's going on between these two guys? Itami in the ring here, and he does not look pleased with Kushida. No, he's not even arguing. He's downplaying him, swatting him off. He's ignoring him. A shake of the head from Itami then. He is walking out on Kushida after the defeat. What's that all about? Why? Itami walking out there, but what for? Ladies and gentlemen, that may be something that we might want to keep our eyes on for a little while, because that is a very, very interesting discovery. Hideo Itami just walking out of Kushida as he had enough of Kushida trying to, with the ideas of his ideas of respect clashing with Itami's. Is it to do with why did this happen? I'm just as confused as the rest of you are. Itami, though, does not want anything to do with Kushida right now, it seems, after their defeat. And I don't even know if you can blame Kushida for that one. It was a group loss. They were outclassed by the better team. But Itami, it seems, wants nothing to do with it. Hopefully there'll be more talking for that around the corner, but it's time to move on here in NXT. To our next contest, it's Big E, as you saw, to go one-on-one against Elias here in what should be a very thrilling contest between these two guys. Big E and Xavier Woods found their footing early on as when being brought down to NXT as the New Day. But since then, since the injury of Xavier Woods happened, courtesy of Brian Cage, things have kind of sloped for Big E and Xavier Woods. But this could all change here tonight. They were exempt from the tournament as well, probably due to the fact they've had a former shot to the belts, but then again, so did Perfect. But I think Perfect ended in more controversial circumstances than the New Days did. They were comfortably defeated at TakeOver Brooklyn. Knees in the gut right now from Big E in the early stages of this match, trying to overpower Elias here, which will probably work to his strength in all honesty. Side headlock takedown. Good counter from Big E there, but a spiral right back up into a side headlock of his own. Elias Able to push him off the ropes, though. And Lariat did not even phase Big E. That knee in the face, however, did. We haven't reached the main event of NXT yet, but there has absolutely been a plethora to talk about on this show. Between the Brian Cage intervention, Lio Rush, and Pete Dunne seeming to be hotting things up already before TakeOver, and now the KUSHIDA and Itami. I never thought we'd have a talking point about those guys quite like that, but here we go, I guess. Hopefully we'll know more about that as time goes on, but very interesting. Very interesting indeed, though. But we'll focus back on this match right now. Big E escaped that Boston Crab there. Elias in the turnbuckle, sent into it. And then, look at the strength of Big E. Overhead belly to belly on the way out. Incredible power being demonstrated there. Let's see what Big E will do now. Unable to actually do anything. Elias able to stop him in his tracks there. Clubbing blow in the back. Counter from Big E. Forearmed him right in the face. Lariat, and Elias goes back down. Elias has been doing great things since arriving to NXT. There's no doubt about it. He's kind of been minding his own business, though. The Drifter been taking care of his own... Oh, what a counter. Sorry, but Elias has been kind of taking care of his own business. He's just been finding places in NXT to fit in and then fitting in from there. It wouldn't surprise me if there is something for Elias as time goes on, but as for right now, he's doing a pretty good job of just getting wins on NXT when it matters. And of course that always matters when it comes to attracting the big names. Myself, of course, Mr. Dredge and Christian James, the general managers of our brands respectively. Nice jawbreaker from Elias, good uppercut after it as well. Elias has Big E right now. Big E trying to fight back a little bit there. Missed with the kick, and that allowed Elias right in. Oh, fireman's carry, backbreaker. Incredible strength there to pull off something like that. What a knee from Elias as well. Wait a minute. Elias seems to have something in mind here. He's going to go to the top rope. Here we go. Top rope from Elias. Elbow drop connects. Covers Big E. Will this put him away here? Oh, it almost did. Kick out of the late too by Big E. That elbow drop really pushed him back quite the peg. And now Elias looks like he's ready to end this thing. Elias in. Kick in the gut. Here we go. Drift away. Elias hits the drift away. And the Drifter picks up another win. And it keeps on going for Elias. No stopping in its tracks for him, as another win is chalked up on NXT. And it has to be said, when you get so many wins, where do you go next? The singles titles have already been lined up for TakeOver, but could Elias be a guy to get the opportunity at a belt coming out of TakeOver? It's a very interesting question that could be left to ask, but another great win for him there. Had to fight for it, had to earn it, and he most certainly did. Congrats to Elias on that one. Definitely attracting my eye the more I see of him. Now then, it's time for a big main event though, and I am very intrigued to see how this one will go. Toni Storm and Jazzy Gabert. Oh boy indeed, what a big one this is going to be. Toni Storm is on a one-woman's vendetta against Trifecta. She has made it her personal quest to try and take everything away from them. Most importantly, of course, take that NXT Women's Championship away from Tessa Blanchard. She had the opportunity of respect, and she was screwed over by Garrett and Gabert in that one, running into the match and causing a DQ win for for Storm. Something, of course, that didn't mean that she could walk out with a title. Now here tonight, however, Toni Storm looks to recuperate, looks to bounce back, and looks to get one over on Trifecta again, over the former NXT Women's Champion Jazzy Gabert. Storm ready and raring to go. These two women have history with one another outside of the Trifecta dealings. They have met in one-on-one matches before. One of the most prevalent examples between the two is when they met in the Women's Elimination Chamber match at TakeOver Brooklyn, and it was Toni Storm who eliminated Jazzy Gabert, if I remember correctly, to determine that there would be a new NXT Women's Champion come the end of that match. There was, and of course it ended up being Tessa Blanchard. Now though, Gabert does this one alone, and the alpha female ready and raring to go, rushing into the ring for this one. She is ready for an almighty contest against Toni Storm. And you've got to imagine, I've talked about this a lot over the last few weeks, ever since TakeOver Respect really, that business has not finished between Trifecta and Toni Storm. Storm goes it alone right now, as did Kairi Sane for the majority of her tenure against Trifecta. But the question to ask is, will it go the way she wants it to? Well, we are about to find out. Bell rings, and look at that from Storm, charging out of the gates right there. She is desperate to get revenge on Gabert. She remembers TakeOver Respect. She remembers being close to victory and having it taken away from her. Oh, what a lariat in the back of the head, though. And the power from Gabert can now shine through. So it makes fighting someone like Jazzy Gabert so dangerous. We saw with Killian Dain earlier on in the evening. It's that idea that you're going to take a lot of punishment in this match, but it's how much not only you can endure, but how much you can return as well. Early on suplex attempt by Gabert, held her up in the air for too long. Toni Storm able to get out of it, and a Saito suplex to Gabert will plant her down. 2018 has been a great year for the women of NXT. There is absolutely no doubt about it. Headlining shows like headlining NXT has almost become a normality at this point for them. You almost see it like once a month it happening. And you never tire really of it either. Discus forearm there from Storm. Look at some of the great talents in this division right now. Tessa Blanchard, for as disgusting of her tactics as Trifecta are, she is a phenomenal athlete. Toni Storm, Io Shirai, Charlotte. Those are just some in this division, and it's going to get added to it over the next week. With the Mae Young Classic coming around, there's no doubt about that. Elbow drop attempt there by Storm, countered. Clubbing blow by Gabert, turns her around. Decided against whatever she was planning. Oh, spear! With all that weight crashing into your ribs, it is going to hurt. Toni Storm certainly having her ribs worked over here by Jazzy Gabert. Nice reverse DDT, gets her out of this one, and she is feeling pretty confident right now, is Storm. Can she get a big move back in the ring? No way she's going to hit this suplex. She absolutely is. Incredible. The more I watch as Storm, the more I question when it is that the rematch will be declared. When will she be able to challenge Tessa Blanchard again? Could this win be what leads to Storm being declared the #1 contender for that title? What a throwaway back suplex that was, as another spear strikes right into her ribs. Storm is getting that offense in, but my goodness, she is having it taken out of her as well. The constant punishment in this one by Jazzy Gabert. Cover made, kick out at 1. Shrugged off that kick in the back there, though. Did Toni Storm, and able to respond with an almighty uppercut. This one's still going on here. The main event of the last NXT of the year. And these two women are going all out for it as well. Snap made, down goes Storm. And then, oh my god, oh my goodness. Knee after knee into the face of Toni Storm. That is brutal. That is ruthless from Storm. Oh, sorry, to Storm from Gabert. Great drop kick, though. Gabert goes back down. Single underhook suplex attempt. Shoved into the mat. The more I watch this and the more I watch of Storm, the more I'm thinking through my mind that Toni Storm, if she can get riled up, if she can get into that zone where she is just completely and utterly, in that mentality that she has nothing to lose and she will do whatever it takes to be champion, I don't know if Blanchard will be able to dethrone that. I don't know if Blanchard could stop that. We've seen that side to a lot of women. And we see that side to a lot of people as well. That side that they are desperate for that win. And more often than not, the champion just simply isn't prepared for it. And next thing they know, they're going home without a title around their waist and a loss added to their record. What a kick from Toni Storm right there, though. Looking for some kind of snap maybe. Gabert countered. Great counter from Storm, who stun guns her down on the top rope. How's the leg here? Good dragon screw. The tall frame of Gabert being affected by it as well as Toni Storm goes up high. This time she gets the elbow drop. Cover made. Will this put away Gabert? No, it's a kick out at 2. No such luck there, but this one does indeed continue on right now. Storm Sidestep there by Gabert. And the alpha female now needs to hit one powerful move that she is known for. But she could be undone by a roll-up. Will a roll-up end it here? Oh, it was close. It was close indeed, but Storm hasn't put away Jazzy Gabert just yet. Has the arm now wrenching on it. Tweaking it that way and slamming it down. Such a painful move there, and it takes away the power advantage that Gabert can shine through in this match as well, which is vital for Storm, of course, if she wants to pick up that win. Went to the turnbuckle. Gabert moved. Nobody home. And a spine buster is your receipt as well. Jazzy Gabert now forcing Storm up to her feet. There's a forearm and another one. Storm taken off guard here. Look at the speed that Gabert's working with. 3 forearms in the face. Great counter to the Bulldog attempt by Storm, though. Wait a minute, Toni Storm could be thinking victory here. Toni Storm, she's going to look for the strong zero. Look at this instead. Oh, an air raid crash. Neck breaker from Storm. Incredible strength to hit it. Has she done it? Oh, she was so close. An inch away from victory. 1/10 of a second away from victory. Whatever you want to say. She was within touching distance of the 1, 2, 3, and it got taken away from her. Storm misses with the knee drop. Gabert can take control now. In the turnbuckle we go. This is dangerous territory. What the hell is Gabert going to do here? Irish whip. Oh my God! Run down. Run down there, and Gabert could be looking to end things right here, right now. Storm could be in huge trouble. No, she evades it. Storm evades it. Rolls up Gabert. Rolls up Gabert. Is this enough for victory? Oh, she was close again. But Gabert getting that shoulder up just in time. Back suplex now. Great main event this has been. The crowd cheering Storm on, trying to will it to a victory. Blanchard not here tonight, it seems. Snap German suplex. This was the move that she came out to. But it is the move that wins Toni Storm. Victory on the last NXT of the year. Toni Storm wins and can take home the feeling of victory as NXT closes out for another calendar year. Storm wins, and Blanchard must now be looking over his shoulder and fearing that the arrival of this woman is getting closer and closer with every day that passes. You can't keep running forever, Blanchard. Storm is on her way. That does things for NXT for 2018, and that is a great way to close things out for this brand. So much to talk about on this show, though, but we'll leave it there. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.